2 factories have started off. I believe by the middle of next year, we can comfortably tell importers of tomato paste to stop. But when you do, you make enemies.
Who are those? Are they foreigners or are they Nigerians? We cannot say it's so difficult that you can't turn things around. Nigerians are helping other countries all over the world. Why can't we do the same thing in our country? Hello. Welcome back to Ekene Banye's Reflection. Today, I want to react to a video of a Nigerian politician, a former minister of agriculture, Audu Ogbeh. The first time I saw the video was 2019, and I continually see the video from time to time. So I think I want to react to it because I have a few questions I've been asking myself. Right. It's a very interesting video because it's about Nigeria's economic development and what have held it back. Several things according to this video. And I want us to react to it today. Okay. By the way, please support this channel by clicking the like button and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so that you can be getting my video as soon as I post them. All right. Okay. Let's go on and watch the video.
The tragedy of Nigeria began in 1986 when we did the structural adjustment program. When we were persuaded to devalue our currency every week for 32 years. When I went to school, and many of you are here, the naira was $1.50. The naira was almost £1 sterling. They came here, persuaded some brilliant men from Harvard and the World Bank that weekly devaluation was wonderful. 32 years of devaluing your currency until we hit 527. And they were still telling us that the naira was still overvalued. That brought poverty, misery upon us. Then interest rates went to 30%.
Now, for me, this is something that I don't understand. Why am I saying I don't understand? According to him, he's blaming the World Bank for telling us to devalue our currency. But why did we go to the World Bank in the first place? That's one question. And secondly, okay, they told us to do that, but we accepted that advice or suggestion. Why? If, according to him, it was a wrong move. So who is responsible for that action? Is it the World Bank or us? I don't understand. Is it the World Bank or our leaders? See, this is something that bothers me a little bit. If, for example, I have issues and I go to my friend to seek advice, I tell him my story and he advised me to do 1, 2, 3 things. It's me that will implement the suggestion. And I take the advice and things get worse. Who is to blame? Is he my friend or me? I want you to think about it.
So nobody could build a factory, start a farm, produce anything, or create jobs. Because every time you bring in a shipload of rice, you also bring in a shipload of unemployment. Because you are transferring your wealth to sustain other economies. Somehow, Nigerians didn't notice it. So we became a nation of importers. Toothpicks. Each year it cost us $18 million. importing toothpicks.
Okay. It talks about our inability to build factories and employ people. I still have questions there. Why were we not able to build factories? Is it just because of the devaluation of a currency or other factors involved? See, I would think that if our currency was devalued, then if we manufacture things in our country, our prices on a global scale will be very competitive. So if other things on ground were favorable to manufacturing, I will believe that we will be able to attract investment for manufacturing. So I don't really understand the angle of what he's saying about the devalued currency as the reason why we were not able to build factories. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Tomato pays $400 million. So you talked about tomatoes now. One basket in town now is less than 2,000 naira. The farmers are losing money because the processors don't have enough funds to set up factories. They are going to do tomato paste. It's food-grade stainless steel. You can't just use anything because you'll be putting poison in people's stomachs.
Okay. Food-grade stainless steel factories for tomato processing and making tomato puree. Why were we not able to attract the investors to fund the factories? Is our environment favorable to investors? These things are easy to say, to blame somebody or some circumstance for things, but it's for us. If we want to find solutions, we must first find and define the problems correctly, because if we don't define problems correctly, then whatever solutions we implement will not work. So that's why I'm asking these questions.
2 factories have started off. I believe by the middle of next year, we can comfortably tell importers of tomato paste to stop. But when you do, you make enemies.
Okay. According to him, the factories are being built. This was March 2019. So that was 4 years ago. And he said in 2 years. So let's assume that was 2021. And he mentioned that if those factories start working, then the people who import will get angry. Who are those? Are they foreigners or are they Nigerians?
Even the rice we're trying to reduce. We have enemies, heavy enemies, people who can kill if they have a chance, because you're spoiling their business. And let nobody take it lightly. These guys have seized this country's economy, they've taken us hostage, and they have no intention of giving up. Because this is a huge market, a very sweet market, and they have taken control. And I'm saying it because I have been in this business for 41 years and I can tell you some history.
Who are those enemies? Are they Nigerians or foreigners? See, I will assume they are Nigerians. People, one of us, people in our society, in our community that are making money for these things not to work.
Abdullah Adamu is here. Import milk, sugar, toothpicks, toothpaste, handkerchiefs, pencils. We don't make. To cure Nigerians of that malady will take a while. It'll take a strong government. That's the truth.
Okay. So we are totally import dependent. We don't have any factories for the simplest of things. Why? That's the question. To build factories, number one thing, okay, I don't know if it's number one, but it's very, very important. Energy. We don't have constant electricity in the country. That makes manufacturing extremely expensive. We don't have rule of law. We say we do, but we know we don't. It makes it extremely difficult to settle legal issues. These are things that any country that wants investors to help build their society must create the right environment that will allow investors to come, invest in whatever they want, and the factories are built. If we don't have those requirements in place, it's very difficult to attract investors.
And they're not happy that we're cutting down. When we cut down, they lose money there. So you see all sorts of publications. We're telling lies. We're not growing rice. We're trying to demoralize the local farmers and make sure that the economy fails. That's the story of imports.
Okay. See, again, another thing, all these importers of all manner of things, call them together and give them a time frame for them, since they are the one involved in this kind of a business, for them to build factories, at least to get in the value chain of that particular business. So let's say the people who import generators, for example, and the people who sell diesel, call them together and then tell them, hey, in 10 years, we will not allow generators to be imported in this country. You guys have 10 years to form companies where you'll be generating electricity in this country. I mean, hey, I'm being naive. I know I'm naive, but have we done that? Do that in all areas of the economy. And the same people who are making money in that space today by importing will have the opportunity to be at the forefront of building that sector, producing the product locally. I mean, hey, I don't know. Why isn't it working?
Now, I read a story recently in the newspapers. The French ambassador, the champagne ambassador in Nigeria, gave an article to The Guardian. He said Nigerians love life. We are the biggest consumers of champagne on planet Earth, more than the French who make it. There are parties you attend in some places where they only drink champagne. Of course, the individual is free to spend his money, but his money comes from Nigeria's commonwealth.
Yes, Nigerians love life. There's no issue for me if Nigerians spend their own money. According to him, he said their money comes from the Nigerian commonwealth. Well, I would disagree with him on that, because the money that anybody, as long as the person doesn't steal the money, he generated the money by providing value to our society. Okay, so I would disagree with that, saying that it comes from Nigerian commonwealth. Let's not go into that. But I don't have any issue with that. People can spend their money the way they want, but we don't want to be spending so much buying luxury items and not putting anything else in the economy.
So on imports, it will take a while for us to get used to local goods and accept that we should consume what we produce and produce what we want to consume.
Well, see, if we produce the things we consume right now, it doesn't matter, and we produce it at a good standard, I'm sure Nigerians will be very happy to buy. But see, it's difficult if we start producing substandard products, especially food, things we consume. We can't afford to start producing substandard quality. So if we produce high standard food, Nigerians would definitely buy. And then the importation will be far less.
I take your point. We have to take stern measures to cut down on imports, because these young boys and girls who have no jobs today are not going to allow us to carry on enjoying life at their expense. They need jobs. They need jobs. They are children. They've graduated, they've come back home to begin a second childhood because there's no factory to employ them. And the ministries can't take any more. But somebody is making sure you fail when you want to produce at home.
This video is very interesting, like I said before. These questions I've asked, there are questions we need to answer. Now, this video was made 4 years ago. And Nigerians know that none of those things he mentioned have been resolved. And these things have been going on for the last at least 40 years. 40 years at least. So, what's the solution? We cannot say it's so difficult that you can't turn things around. Nigerians are helping other countries all over the world. Why can't we do the same thing in our country? Well, my opinion, leadership. We don't have the best quality of leadership. That's the thing. Secondly, we have made the big error of asking the government to do so many things. Yeah, energy, we left it to government. Electricity, government. The biggest employer in Nigeria is government. These are the things. And for me, this is number one reason why things don't work in Nigeria. Okay, guys, I want to see your comments. Please tell me where I'm wrong. Please put the comments and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so that you can be getting my videos as soon as I post them. All right? Thank you. Bye-bye.